Still on parenting teenagers, and today we are saying your teenager is not a mailman to deliver messages for you to your spouse. Messages that you're not ready or uncomfortable delivering by yourself directly to your spouse. Arguments are inevitable in any relationship. The way you handle them goes into determining the quality of relationship that you have. And by the time you're raising a teenager that's about 13 years, then you're expected to have learned how to communicate your feelings, how to convey your emotions, whether you're together or not. And for whatever reason you're together, you're expected to have learned how to communicate yourself. So putting your teenager in the middle to communicate feelings that you're not ready to talk about with your spouse, or to communicate a problem that you're not ready to address with your spouse, only goes to show your teenager that one of the ways of communicating when you're not happy is to send someone to do it for you. And that's already a childish behavior that your teenager is already practicing by default. Remember, your teenager gets into the same sort of relationship problems, but only on a different scale, in a different context with other teenagers. So when they get into a fight, they would get a friend in common to come in and sort of mediate the different conversations that they're supposed to have or they must have. So if it's school homework and they've had a fight and they're not ready, they would have this passive-aggressive behavior. So tell Alan to pass me the pencil, or tell Max to pass me the rubber. So they won't talk to Max directly. Yeah. And your teenager is already doing this and they know that it's childish. And if they come home and they see that that is the same way that arguments are handled, then they grow up to think that is the right way to handle arguments. So as a parent, your role, your responsibility is to teach your teenager how to have arguments, how to communicate, how to convey their feelings when they're hurt or when they've hurt someone, instead of getting into this passive-aggressive behavior where you're putting a mediator in between, an intermediary, to convey your feelings that you're not even ready to convey by yourself. So don't make your teenager a mailman in communicating the messages that you're not ready to communicate.